The Last Jedi trailer is out. Let's talk about it. I'm going to run through the shots and point out what I noticed, and then I'll go back through and make guesses about the plot and what they all mean as a whole. We open on what appear to be stars, but it fades into the ground of Ahch-To. Then Rey's hand comes into frame and we pan up to see her out of breath. I kinda get the impression Rey has been choked out by Luke. At the Last Jedi panel, Daisy Ridley suggested that it's always dangerous meeting your heroes because they might not be what you expect. I think we're going to see a very intense Luke here. Speaking of Luke, most of the trailer is narrated by him, and he definitely seems to be guiding Rey. We get a lot of shots of the island on Ahch-To and Rey on Ahch-To, and there have been rumors that Rey and Luke will spend the entire film there. When I first heard that, I thought it was unlikely, but after this trailer, I think it's possible, and I'll get back to why I think that in a bit. This shot of Rey is very Dragon Ball Z. I love it. She's obviously going to be spending her time growing in her power. In narration, Luke tells Rey to breathe and asks her what she sees. We see a shot of Leia as Rey says she sees the light, and you can barely hear her say, "Help me, Obi-Wan." Then a shot of Kylo Ren's broken mask as she says darkness. So Kylo Ren seemingly abandons the whole mask thing. Maybe he's gonna come out of Vader's shadow a bit here. Maybe beyond the fragments of his own mask, we're also seeing the fragments of Vader's helmet. In this shot, we hear Vader's breath, as well as Kylo Ren's theme. I also think I hear Obi-Wan just barely audibly say, "seduced by the dark side." Next up is a tiny bookshelf as Rey says she sees the balance. I think I see an Arabesh B on one of the books, but I can't make out anything else. What if they're the Journal of the Wills or something like that? We then see what I assume is Luke's gloved artificial hand over the old Jedi symbol. I love that it's included. That's a great nod to Legends fans. The symbol was made canon in Clone Wars, but I love seeing something that was originally created in Legends material show up in a new canon movie, and I think I can hear Yoda's voice saying surrounds us and binds us. We get some new speeders of some sort, and I think I can see some walkers in the background. I don't know what these speeders are, or who they're with, or what that red stuff is, but what we do know is that the planet is called Crate. Next is Finn sleeping in a pod. I'm guessing that'll be the new version of Back to Treatment. He'll probably be in this for his first scene and then pop out and be fine the rest of the movie. Poe is running through what I assume is a Resistance ship. He approaches his X-Wing, and we can see some A-Wings in the hangar before his ship explodes. The Millennium Falcon flies through the sky, fighting off TIE fighters. I bet this is on Ahch-To, and I'll come back to that. Rey runs with Luke's lightsaber. I think it's unlikely she'll be building a new one in the movie. Kylo Ren makes his only appearance. He still has his red lightsaber, and he's got his scar, which is healing pretty well. I think here we're seeing a flashback of Kylo's destruction of Luke's Jedi Temple. We'll probably get some answers regarding why Luke is so intense in this trailer. Captain Phasma and some stormtroopers walk through some fire. They make it seem like this is still in the burning temple, but it looks like it's more on that Resistance hangar. It looks like we're going to get some bigger space battles than we saw in The Force Awakens, and you can see an A-Wing in this shot. I'm thrilled to have them back in action, and I really hope Lulo is flying one of them. I'd love to see a comic character make the transition to film, even if he's just standing there silently. Finally, Luke is silhouetted in a cave, and he says the Jedi need to end. I've been guessing for a while now that the title, The Last Jedi, refers to the end of the Jedi Order. I still think we're going to see a new philosophy rise up, with characters like Bendu and Ahsoka who went more middle of the road in the Force, and seeing how even Yoda thought that the Jedi Order of the Republic had lost their way, a new order seems perfect. Rey mentions the light side, the dark side, and the balance, so come on, let's get a new order of middle ground Force users. I think calling them the Jedi Bendu or Bendu Knights or something like that could be cool because that's from George Lucas's original treatments for Star Wars when the Jedi were called the Jedi Bendu. But with that, the trailer comes to an end. Real quick, I'm going to run back through some of the shots and see if I can place them sort of in order. Keep in mind, everything from here on out is speculation. Andy Blanchard is with me, and he guessed that the movie could open with a star fake-out like the trailer does. I think that would be a really cool idea, but we know that they recreated that shot of Rey and Luke from The Force Awakens, so we have to see that somewhere too. We didn't see much of the First Order here, but I think they'll still be on the hunt for Luke. The Resistance has the map now, so they'll hit their base, which is probably mobile. They'll be able to find the base because they have moles in whatever is left of the New Republic, as we know from Bloodline, and we know that book has some direct ties to The Last Jedi. I do think Rey and Luke will spend the majority of the film training on Ahch-To, and will fall under attack at the end. This is when we'll see the Falcon in the sky. Rey and Chewie will probably be flying, and how cool would it be to see Luke controlling both turrets with the Force? In space above, the Resistance will cover their retreat. It's hard to tell what planet this is, but it could be Ahch-To, and maybe this happens like halfway through the movie, not necessarily as the climax, although I think that would be a great way to end it. We also have to slot in this shot of Rey somewhere, and again, I think this is still on Ahch-To, and I'm guessing she's running to face Kylo Ren, or the Knights of Ren, or something. And this is at night, whereas the Falcon is flying during the day, but hey, maybe they fight on the side of the planet where it's nighttime, and then they get in the ship and fly to the other side. Anyway, based on what we've seen, that's just my best guess as to what the plot could look like. I know exactly as much as you guys, so I'd love to hear your theories as well. Leave those in the comments and let me know what you thought of the trailer. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to stay on top of the rest of Celebration and the Last Jedi news, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.